We are currently in Karl Gustav, and we are at the church that my great-grandpa Anderson and one of his other brothers was baptized at. There's a few others that are buried here, but they don't have headstones, unfortunately. They're so long ago. We can't unfortunately go inside, it is locked, but the fact that we get to be here where he's baptized is pretty great. We have found the house that my great-grandpa Anderson and some of his siblings were born in. However, the house is the same, the location is not exactly the same. About a kilometer down the road is where the house originally was. In 1916, after they had sold it and they moved to a different place, the people had literally piece by piece taken it apart and moved it about a kilometer up and just rebuilt it. So it's the same exact house, just in a new location. But we found it. Som gossarna de skola gifta sig så har de knappast till begåvning. Orsak därtill är deras egen skuld. De har illa handlat, ofta varit full. Är det inte sant? Ut i spel och dans. Mången krona blir förlorad. They actually still have the door from the original house. Yes. Alright, we have made it back to Myrbeck, where our cousin Britt lives. As I was saying to you guys earlier, her mother built this house in 1914. It's even still got the original windows. It means the original glass. They don't even make that glass anymore. So like one of her greatest fears is that they'll get broken. So far, so good. But yeah. We have a very long, rich history here in Sweden, in my grandma's side of the family. And it's been quite nice to go and explore and see some places, that's for sure. I mean, we found the house that my great-grandpa Anderson was born in. Didn't think we'd actually find the house still standing, but we found it. Pretty nifty. It's so nice out here. The countryside's beautiful, the forests are beautiful, lakes everywhere. It's just fabulous. The only reason great-grandpa Anderson left apparently was the economy was bad. I guarantee if it wasn't bad, he probably never would have left. Yep. But now we're gonna relax, get a little bit more time. We're gonna go right up the street to another cousin's house for dinner, and that'll be our night. Yeah. Tomorrow, more hunting for more churches, for more history of the family, and just relaxing. That's our last day tomorrow with the family before we head off to Åbro and finish off our tour of Sweden. Yes, yes. I'm just gonna enjoy the piece now. Svårt för gossarna att gå till deras sällskap är och dyra.
skall det vara 4. Den som inte super har i stort förakt. Brännevin förtager både vett och makt. Många säger så, bara jag kan få lika gott vad det ska kosta. Här förtjänas pengar både när och fjär. Här förtjänas stora löner. När som bossar...
We have found a mill where my great-great-grandfather used to work and live for a while. What? We are now at the church that my great-great-grandparents were buried. Algot Andersen and Anna-Britt Andersen. Their grave's still here. It's actually still framed. Very few graves are kept that way anymore. They're not allowed to remove that anymore. It's something they got rid of. But they're wanting to preserve the history, so now ours is still going to stay like this, which is very nice. And as long as someone is taking care of the grave, they will keep the stones. If someone stops taking care of the graves, they remove the stones to the side wall and they reuse them. But the fact that it's still here is quite nice. Yes. My great-grandfather's oldest sister, Ada, is also buried here with her husband. But yeah, they're all here. Now we're going to head off to see one of the old properties. We don't know if we're going to actually be able to stop because it's not really there anymore. And then we'll go home to relax and spend the last day with our family before we head off to the rest of Sweden and then head home. Yes, yes.
Hey there, and welcome back. Hope you've been enjoying this one. I know that this video probably isn't as exciting as some of the other parts of Sweden, going through the different villages and the towns and the history. This is my personal family history, which I have to admit was quite lovely to explore Mjøderbæk and different parts with our cousin Britt, to find the churches, find the graves, find the houses. Special thank you to the owners who own the house that my great-grandfather was born in. The fact that they literally piece by piece moved the house 1 kilometer down the road and rebuilt it is quite impressive to me. It's like Legos. I think that's quite cool that they could just move it like that. We didn't actually think we'd find the house, but the fact that it's still there, it has the original door hanging outside. What? It was just wonderful and amazing. So special thank you for letting them come and visit and see that house. We did try going back down the road to see the original location because Britt said it's quite beautiful. It overlooks a lake. The rental car did not quite want to make it there. So I did save the road on my Google Maps because I do fully intend to go back and try and get back to the original location because I would love to see the original location he spent the first few years of his childhood at. It is quite interesting to think about we're talking about the history. He was one of 14 children, big farm family. And when they moved, they just had the children. It wasn't like moving trucks or anything like we have today. The children helped guide the cattle, they had wagons, and they had to go X amount of miles in a day just to relocate. That to me is something else entirely as far as moving goes nowadays, but impressive all the same. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know it's probably not as exciting, like I said, as the other videos, but there are a couple more coming. We're going to be hitting Örebro, and we're going to be spending a little bit more time in Stockholm before we're done with Sweden. Yeah. So, but I hope you've all been enjoying it. But yeah. Special thank you to everyone for all the comments and feedback and helping with pronunciation. There's been a few people who are reaching out to me one-on-one and giving me even extra help with pronunciation, which I very much appreciate. Thank you so much. And we've also been I've been learning about different things of the Swedish culture, housing and other things. It's quite impressive and makes me a little sad that I'm in the US still. Yeah, housing here is a whole other situation at the moment. We'll see how this goes, but yeah. I know your guys' Corona still hasn't recovered fully, and I do feel bad for you guys for that one, because I know our economy isn't great, so that's not comforting to worry about money. So I do hope it gets to where it was before for you. But I digress. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and follow along for more adventures, because as always, there will be more, I promise. And until the next one, you guys have a good one. Later.